Oh, dude, wait a minute. Yes!
I'm a lonely caterpillar.
Welcome, everybody, to the Falcon One-Shot. I'm your host, Falcon. This right here is Headlander, and I gotta be honest with you right off the bat here. This is a really interesting and weird title, in a good way, mind you. It plays out very similar to a Metroidvania title, genre game, whatever, which is great because I'm actually a really huge fan of the Metroidvania-style games. However, the main draw over here is the fact of how you actually progress through levels, through puzzles, so on and so forth, where you will be taking over the body of your enemies and other robotic beings. You're gonna find yourself losing your head quite often in this game, and soon enough you understand it's actually a pun because of the main mechanic behind the game. But we'll get more into that pretty soon. The time frame of the game itself is what's really interesting in that it's a very futuristic setting, mind you, it's in space and stuff like that. However, humankind civilization kind of came to an end in the 70s, so it's got like this whole 70s funky vibe to it, and that's when the time that the super AI rose and essentially wiped out most of humanity. The game does a pretty good job of explaining the story to us in the start here, so I will get off of that. Let's just get into the game and show you how this plays out.
I'm through. Y'all should be hearing me on your helmet radio now. I know y'all got a lot of questions, but there ain't no point in trying to talk. Cause you ain't got no lungs. Y'all just come out of stasis, so you don't likely remember much. This is gonna be a hard pill to swallow, but hell's bells, shepherds again. Y'all gonna need yourself a body. Welcome to the future.
Ah yeah, nothing like a metallic pelvis right there. Alright, let's move around here a little bit. We're in maintenance Ismail 11 apparently. Alright, we can come over here and mess around with this. I don't think this actually does anything, however. Stasis release, stay calm. Alrighty. So, let's actually make some progress over here. That's the big reveal right there. That's what I mentioned about losing your head over here. You're literally just ahead.
But Methuselah wants a hold of you. We gotta get y'all off this ship. Don't worry, I'll talk you through. Name's Earl, by the way.
Hi, Earl. So, we mentioned Methuselah. I do believe that is the super AI that I alluded to earlier over here. We can talk to this robotic individual.
Do you see this rat's nest? They did this.
Just about everything in the game is also voice acted as well, so that's actually pretty interesting to me. Like, even the robots have their own, like, little bit of an identity to them. So over here is going to be our first kind of, like, major puzzle that I mentioned about losing your head. So we have to launch our head over here. There's a little bit of an obstacle here we cannot get through. So if I launch my head... Alrighty, awesome. So obviously we fall over here, we die. So we want to go around, and then we need to take over this red robotic being's body here. Let's do our headland. Excellent. Patrol red single.
I am Rod, autonomous door AI. Red security clearance required for entry. That uniform is really more of a dusty rose.
Just shoot the door. Your red laser will do the trick.
Fine, red access confirmed. Why do I even bother being thorough?
And as you probably imagine, very comical itself. The game doesn't take itself too serious, which I really do enjoy. Dusty Rose, this guy says. Come on, dog. Now messing with shades here. Alright, so we can move, kind of like aim our laser if we wanted to. There's also like more of a precision type of style lasers. You can actually bounce these off of walls, and let me tell you, it's going to actually be really important. A lot of the puzzles will actually be solved by, you know, bouncing your shots off correctly at times, especially when it comes to the combat, too. So let's continue onwards over here. It hasn't taught me about punching or rolling just yet, huh? Alright.
Red access confirmed.
The aberration has escaped. Shepherds investigate.
Uh-oh. Old Methuselah's on to us. We best hurry.
Alrighty. Now, the Shepherds are essentially the drones of Methuselah's to the super AI over here, as you could probably imagine. We need to get up there. This door's over here busted. So here's where you can actually start doing your crazy shots, bouncing stuff off if you really wanted to. All we really have to do is hit this door with red, so that should do it.
Red access granted.
But we can't get up there, so we go ahead and launch our head again. What I really enjoy, I'm not sure this will be kind of like important later on, but as you saw how my body kept walking, because I was in motion when I launched my head. So I have to imagine at some point that might be a little bit of interesting as well.
I don't open for little flying heads.
Oh, come on, dude! I was explaining stuff to the people. Fine, fine, you goddamn dirty door. Launch head. There we go. Another body over here for us, great. And just shoot. Alrighty, so we have our first enemy down below over here. Some of the shepherds that Methuselah's sending after us over here as well. We could do a precise shot, for sure. We could actually bounce it off of this. Now, not everything's going to be, like, you know, being able to, I guess, reflect your shots off, but certain items and certain type of part of the environment will do a better job, obviously. So over here, you just want to get this guy. There you go. Now, it's actually pretty important to note, you could essentially blow these guys up. You could blow these guys up by shooting at their body over and over. And they will also reflect shots to try to get you, too. Now, if you do that...
Those robotic bodies can't repair themselves, so keep an eye on your damage level.
Right. If you do that, I'm going to show this off. I blew up the body instead of going after the head. Now, if you blow up the head, you obviously get access to the body. If you go for body shots, which would be a lot easier, you'll destroy the body and you'll be kind of like, you know, stuck in a situation there. So, I did take a lot of damage right there just to show that off, but I had an extra body over here waiting for me. So, if you definitely want to have, like, certain puzzles will require to actually find a certain body. So, if you destroy the component, you do get to reset the level map by exiting and coming back in, but just keep that in mind. Better to go for the headshots if you have the chance for it.
Lasers are blocking the way to the escape pods. Y'all need to get to the bridge and shut them off. Watch out. Those shepherds got their heads. They ain't gonna be happy to see y'all.
Prepare for inspection at the loading pass center.
No, that's... For some reason, I was under the impression I was the guy on top. Alrighty. So... got that one off. I'm about to blow up over here. So, I'm gonna just boost on up. Take over this guy. And preferably aim upwards. That would be great. Alrighty. Now, we did take care of him, but we don't necessarily want to take over this body because our goal is over through here. So, let's take over this one. Preferably shoot down that side. Alright. And over here, we have two-boy axes up top. Time for us to lose our head. Come to this little pipe zone. I'm really impressed by the style of the game.
Looks like them blast doors are stuck half open. Y'all gonna have to go under.
Alrighty, so let's see here. Now we get to roll. Hasn't taught us about punching just yet, but we can now get to roll. So let's just roll through.
Access granted.
Down through here. Now we have the punch. Perfect. Get on out of here. Now that landed down there, and boom, blew up those two guys right there. Relatively small little easy puzzle to introduce the punching mechanic itself. Now, we want to go... let's stay down here. My body's going to keep running because that's what it does. Here's a two-boy axis, however. That's where we want to go right now at the moment. There's nothing for us down below. So let's just head out through here for now.
That two-patch is blocking the way forward. I'm detecting a transfiber node roundabouts, though. A little jolt to your noggin should help. This should stimulate your synaptic connections. Looks like that jolt brought your vacuum drive online. Y'all can use it to yank off things like heads and two-way hatches.
I love the psychedelic colors, man. That whole 70s thing I told you about. Now, we do have this little vacuum ability now, which is actually really great. It does help out a lot when you start dealing with a lot of multiple combat. If you can't, like, you know, get proper shots out because you have a lot of people aiming at you, you could just kind of, like, get off of your body and then just suck the body right off of another body and then take over the body itself. I feel like I'm saying body a lot, but I think I am. Alrighty. So over here, let's move about.
Hold on now.
Get over here.
Helmet will repair damage to your head over time.
Give me that head.
But if y'all take too many hits in a short enough time,
Get over
this
there.
lights out.
Awesome. Alrighty, so now we have this patrol over here, red single. As I mentioned, the vacuum thing's gonna actually make it a lot easier going forward for now.
Aberration detected. Shepherds converge.
Ooh, that guy had like a tri-shot going on over here. Alright, so for the most part, I want to say we're safe over on this side. We have 2 dudes down below, 1 guy up there. It feels like there's somebody shooting from the other door. No. Alright, so we're safe for now. Potentially, what I want to do here is see if I can save this body and see if I can suck head off of this dude. It was bound to happen eventually. Suck some head, huh? Let's get off of this dude. Our head can take some damage, but it will recover over time. But if you, unfortunately, stay out here too long, take too much damage, it will be game over for you. So, heads are off. Excellent. Over here is where we should be able to find our axes, right? No, this actually is like another one of those screens you can mess around with. Tells you your current location. We want to go down this side. Am I punching? We should probably start punching as well. Show it off as a feature for fighting. Headland into terminal and disable security, right? Get off of there. And I will take over this.
That did it. Now go on and head back to the escape pods.
Punching, rolling, okay. I always get the punching and rolling mixed up here. Find escape pods and escape the sarcophagus. And we can do some idle chit-chat with these robots over here. They'll tell you some like information about the sarcophagus we are at the moment, but it's really nothing too important for us at the moment, so I'll just continue going forward.
Deploy to ship sarcophagus immediately.
All are welcome, even you.
Alrighty. Now, since Methuselah knows that I'm over here being serious about escaping, enemies will now start spawning from those little red, little portal things right there, as you saw. And they'll keep going over and over and over. Here we have to activate our lift. Let's come up through here. You, my friend, give me that head. Off, and we have homeboy up here. Let's see if I could just yank. Yeah. No! I think I needed the body to go through here, actually. Alright, I gotta wait for this lift now. Now, I don't think they spawn if you leave the body on the portal itself, so as long as they just chill over here, we should be fine. Nobody should bother us going forward. Alright, here it comes. Take over the body itself, and let's just get on. Yep. Perfectly correct about that. Nope, nope, that's... God damn it. Punching and rolling every single time! Ah! Oh, you're gonna get into punching, huh? No, he blew up the other body! Could have used that. Oh well. Doesn't really matter, we're actually going up here, so... Let's come up through here. We're basically going to get in one of those escape pods that we saw earlier, now that the laser's out of the way. Alrighty. There. Oh! Good shot, you scumbag. Give me that hat, though. Nope! Don't you do it.
Alright, y'all made it to the escape pods. Time to get off of this ship.
Oh, body blowing up. Body blowing up. Technically speaking, I don't need a body to get on out of here, but I do want to get rid of these guys just because I want to, you know? Making life living hell for me here. So here's our escape pod.
And Dern hatch is sealed. See if y'all can find another way into that escape pod.
And we're out of here.
Best to not leave any tracks. Listen, at the center of this mess is Methuselah, some sort of advanced computer made a long time ago. It controls just about everything. Y'all might be wondering where all the people are, because there ain't much of us left. Some time ago, folks had their minds moved on over to robotic imposter bodies. War left the world a pretty hard place to live in, and imposters were a way to live forever. You might just be the last flesh and blood person left in the galaxy. Me and some other folks are working to get rid of Methuselah and try to restore humanity to what it once was. I don't know who y'all are, how y'all got here, or exactly what old Methuselah wants with y'all, but I'm thinking we can work together and figure it out. Uh-oh. Looks like this pod's homing right in on a secure landing deck. Let me see if I can divert it. through? It's me, Earl. Your noggin still intact? We gotta get y'all off of this space station before the shepherds get a hold of you.
Alrighty, that's quite a diversion, Earl, just slamming me right into some sort of a two-way system over here. Alright, let's just get on out of here for one. So I'm making our way through. Now, this is actually going to teach us a little bit about leveling. There's this bit of a leveling system in the game where there's a couple of skills you could actually upgrade as you go on. I think one of the first is going to be punching and like have a
Here's
better...
the pleasure port. Y'all gonna meet a lot of citizens. Don't take it personal if they seem like they got a screw loose. Methuselah's put a chip called the Omega Gem into everyone's noggin. That ornery little thing stops folks from feeling much or thinking too hard.
As I was saying, there's a bit leveling system involved. One of the first things we'll actually level up is going to be our punch to make it a bit more better for actual combat, and also for setting up traps and stuff like that. And you do level up by picking up those little weird, I guess like glowy things I just kind of like ran through. And you see some more over on this side. If they're kind of like out of your reach, you could also vacuum them over to you, so pretty cool little feature right there. Let's come in through this side.
Let's see if I can get your mini scan online. There she is.
Here's this map if you want to check that out. That's obviously our goal. There's also very much like Metroidvania games, like little secrets involved, like special power-ups you could find by doing some exploration on your own. At the moment, we just have to get up straight to the little gray dot up top to make our way over there. However, you see the little kind of like yellow orb over there? That's kind of where we're going first for hopefully a little bit of an upgrade here. And we do have our first unlock. Let's go over to upgrades. And since we quote-unquote leveled up, we can now upgrade our melee power. Cost is going to be 1. We can hold on to this instead if we want to go after a vacuum force as well. But, you know, it's up to your call. I do believe you need this one, though, because that'll unlock the path over this bad boy over here. So for now, let's go ahead and get the melee power upgrade. And then we could go up through here. Melee plus, overclock your physics core for even more destructive damage. And also melee plus plus, so on and so forth. Alrighty. But for now...
These tubeways are plumb full of lasers.
Ahaha. No problem there.
Your helmet's been designed to extract energy from all types of things. Y'all can use your vacuum drive to open up that casing and get at the good stuff inside.
And there you go. That's what I mentioned. Secret up power-ups like that, like most Metroidvania titles. We get a little bit of an HP upgrade right here, so all good. Relatively easy to get through over here without taking any damage. Right there, that is actually closed off to us. Looks like you can go through, but you can definitely not. Alrighty. Up! Wow. Right in the face, huh? Not the face, dog. Not the guy with the crazy mustache and helmet over here.
The lights are so light.
I can see through time.
Y'all can headland into citizens too. But don't worry, their minds get auto-loaded into a new body if anything goes sideways.
So, just a bit of a heads up in case the heads up. No, but really, you're not killing the citizens by taking over their bodies.
Rated for indoor use?
But you can definitely use the bodies for certain puzzles, certain areas you can't really access. If you have the proper body, you might then be able to access it. So really interesting when it comes down to that.
Time folds on itself.
What is this?
Right on.
Yo, you need to stop. Give me this, dog. Whatever your body's on, I want to be part of that. Citizen Lewis III. Who is this one? Citizen Mitsa number 2. Alrighty. And this is as far as I got on my little experimentational type of run here, so from this point on, I have no idea what's happening next. So let's proceed a little bit forward, and then we'll start wrapping it up. But you get an idea of what Headlander's all about here, at least.
Having a heck of a time getting a signal. I need y'all to get to the satellite chalet and help me clear up this mess of a signal. Y'all should be able to fix the signal there.
Oh, awesome. I thought this was like some sort of cutscene, but no, I'm in control down here. Oh. Right. Perfectly aware where I'm at. Find a way through the pleasure port to the satellite chalet. Okay.
Opening.
You can talk to these individuals too.
You're a tourist?
Yeah, you could say that. Touring away. Zap up through here. Ooh.
Mind to wander among the cosmos, citizen.
Catch you on the flip side.
Sanatorium. What's happening here?
They're gonna wear out that rug.
Welcome, citizen.
The hell is happening here? I thought they were getting their like robotic freak on, but no, they're just single robots just rubbing themselves up against the rug.
Velvet grass.
Oh, dude, wait a minute. Yes!
I'm a lonely caterpillar.
You gotta moonwalk as a lonely caterpillar. Alright, you guys, gonna wrap it up here for Headlander. All the information for the game will be down below in the description. You're gonna follow it. Comes out, I think it came out already. I'm recording this on release date, so by the time this video goes out, it should be live already. So if you're gonna check it out, go ahead and do so. Fun little title. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.